Hey guys, it's Aiden. To all my new subscribers, welcome. All my old subscribers, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my last appointment with the OB, and then the appointment I just had on the 15th with the psychologist. Alright, so starting with the appointment when I went to go see the OB, there's not really much to talk about with that appointment. I had to be there at 2:10, but I didn't end up being seen until like 3 something. So I mean, it was quite a wait. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what the doctor did, but I mean, everything went well. For me, it was like really uncomfortable, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So I went in thinking that I was just gonna get, the pelvic exam done, but she ended up having to, check my chest for, I don't really know what for, but probably for like cancer or something. I don't know, because I mean, it does run in the family. But you know what? I mean, I got through it. I just kept thinking, it's one step closer if I do this. If I don't do this, I can't move on to whatever else I have to do. So with the appointment that I just went to recently on the 15th, that's when I went to go see a psychologist. They told me that his name is Tom, and I'm going to be speaking with him on the 15th. So I got to the office, and then, I checked in, and they just, were asking me questions and stuff. And then, I asked them if I can be referred to as, like, Aiden, instead of my legal name. And they were totally fine with it. So then, after she, changed my name in the system, she told me that I would have to like answer these questions on this iPad. So as I'm doing this, answering the questions on the iPad, this lady comes out and she's like crying, and then I was like, oh shit, like crap. Like, I hope that isn't gonna be me walking out, because I'm not the one who likes to show emotion like that. Especially with like strangers, but I know it's gonna happen. They're gonna get into my head somehow. But so I was just like waiting, like, oh crap, like, alright, where's Tom? And then he finally comes out, and then he's like, Aiden. So then I get up, I walk over to him, and then we're starting to walk to his office, and then he was like, oh, so you want to be called Aiden? I was like, yeah. And then he was like, oh, okay. Because I was about to walk out and say, Steph. I was like, oh, yeah. No, it's Aiden. And then he was like, oh, okay. So then we were walking to his office, and then he was showing me around, telling me a little bit about himself. And then, he was telling me how, he told me to look like at a certain spot in his office, and then there was like this door, and then he was like, believe it or not, there's a toilet and a shower in there. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So after all of that, all the awkwardness and stuff, I sat on the couch, and then he was just asking me, well, before he started asking me questions, he was saying how I'm gonna need a 2-part session, and the one that I was doing that day on the 15th was the first part, and that the first part is like a basic session, and then for the second one, that one is gonna be like more intense and all that stuff. So it was basic. He was just asking me questions about like how long I felt this way, like how did I know that I was a boy and all those things. And, you know, I just told him that growing up, I wasn't the one who liked to be in dresses or dressed girly, who got my nails done, you know, all that stuff. I was the one to play with toy guns, toy cars, and my mom didn't allow me to dress in boy clothes, so the closest that I've gotten was just, you know, plain t-shirts and jeans. So then after he was like done asking me questions and, you know, having me talk to him, he was looking at everything that, you know, he was jotting down, and he was like, okay, like, so you pretty much knew at a early age. And I was like, yeah, like, I knew, like, since I was young, I wanted to be a boy, but I didn't know that I can do something about it until like 2 years ago, when I was just researching things on the internet. And then that's when I found out about testosterone, and then so I started digging deeper into that, and then here I am now today, you know, making it happen. So then after the session was done, he was like, okay, well, everything pretty much looks solid here. He said that I will need a second session with someone named Denise, and that she's actually on maternity leave, and that she won't be back till November 1st. So I should be getting a call sometime. He said that I may be seen November 1st, if not, maybe a couple days later if she's, you know, backed up. And I also want to thank you guys for watching my video, you know, taking that time out of your day. And feel free to subscribe and follow me on my journey.